Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Primo Victoria. The main reason why so, because I haven't played with this vehicle since 2023, so I want to remake the video with the tank, and in the same time, I am paying attention what Wargaming is selling, and if I see that I haven't played with a tank in a long time overall, right, I am going to take a look at it. And let's get real. Primo Victoria is absolutely disgusting tank, which no one should spend 32 euros for, honestly speaking, right? So if I can save a buck or two for you, that means we are doing pretty beautiful job. Keep this in mind, fellas. If you are a drop farmer, I would highly recommend to check out index calendar. For example, today World of Tanks official channel has drops. I do not have drops, just a highlight overall. And at the same time, if you are interested in the armor modules, you can see absolutely everything here. And as you can see, if you are not playing hold down with this vehicle, this tank is absolutely pile of crap. Unfortunately, the tank doesn't really have too many things to offer, but it is how it is. Not much what you can change about that. It's just a nature of the tank, to say that the least. Anyways, first battle, Prokhorovka standard battle. Let's see what we can do. Also, I think game could be a bit louder. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. Okay, so what do we want to do in this situation? I love Prokhorovka with all my heart, but this is going to be a very, very difficult game for us, considering that we are playing with a Primo Victoria, which is far away from being ideal. Plus, on top of that, we are having a tier 10 matchmaking, so this is actually very, very, very rough. But you know what? We are not going to give up. We will try to do everything what we physically and possibly can, and we will try to make this tank work. That's what we are trying to do. Beautiful. Our Tessak actually did a phenomenal job over there, fellas. What do I mean by saying this? Yeah, he died, which is quite unfortunate, but in the same time, he countered one of the best light tanks out there. So this is always a good trade, to trade the Tessak to Mantihor, right? At least this is how I look into all of this. So our team is getting quite a good deal in this type of situation, even though we have lost a tank as well. Now, we can clearly see that someone is sitting in this area from the typical sniper position. Not the first time, not the last time. That's kind of obvious, right? And in the same time, we got a lot of assisting damage as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful AMX 65T. I love it. Very, very nice. Okay, so skill, I do not understand. What is so bad about this vehicle, as you are saying, as you are calling this tank awful? In my opinion, gun handling for this alpha damage is pretty disgusting, to be completely honest with you. 230 alpha damage is awful, right? I believe that's fair play, and this is very, very fair thing to say. 230 alpha damage overall in the tier 8 is pretty kaku, if you would ask me, right? The gun handling isn't the finest just because of the alpha damage. In my opinion, the guns like this should have the accuracy out of this world. Literally, Esther was slapping everyone from the 500 meters distance to make it valuable, right? At least this is how I look into all of this. So this is unfortunate, but what can you do? And overall, the tank just simply doesn't have too many things to offer, right? For example, Centurion Tier 8, if I'm not mistaken, is a better tank. Centurion Tier 8, and it is far away from being ideal, right? But that's what we have, and this is what we are playing with, so we are completely fine with that. Also, for a tanks like this, right, that has nothing to offer, and especially whenever we are talking about the medium tanks, I would highly recommend to consider getting yourself a spotting equipment in the maps like so, right? So if you are playing, let's say, Prokhorovka, Kempinovka, get yourself CVS, get yourself optics, get yourself low noise exhaust or ventilation or whatever you prefer, depending of what do you want to get, right? And just try to spot. You will get quite a bit of the assisting damage, and in the same time, you know, at least you will get some sort of use in this way. At least this is how I look into all of this. Anyways, what we would love to do in this situation, let me think, fellas, let me think. How we could boost our performance just tiny touch more. I want to find a decent enough angle from where I would be able to slap the living crap out of... Oh, hello, my lovely bucket. Beautiful shot into the bucket. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We can shoot the bucket again, I am pretty sure. Beautiful. And if bucket isn't going down, which he is, it's okay. I'm just trying to eliminate him, but unfortunately I failed doing so. That's okay. Listen. This is the situation whenever we can clearly see that our team is making quite a bit of the gains over there, right? I know, I see, but once again we are feeling pretty okay. Our mission is just to annoy enemies here. This is literally our mission, fellas. 200 alpha damage may not be so painful where the alpha damage goes, but in the same time, 200 after 200, we are going to make it work. We are going to make it work, fellas. Down to fartable chair footer. He is running away for his life. Beautiful, we eliminated him from the game. That's nice. Now, all we need to do in this type of situation... Okay... All we need to do in this type of situation, we need to start beating the living crap out of this IS-3, although IS-3 found the angle. I'm not entirely sure did he penetrated me into the turret or did he penetrated me somewhere else. Maybe we will see that. No, unfortunately, we are not going to see that. Well, that's a bummer, but that's okay. We are feeling fine. 1,500 damage, 2,200 assisting damage with the damage setup. This is not the game I'm going to complain about with the Primo Victoria. By the way, just to let you know, Primo Victoria has a clone. It is a Starva 81. So this is a same pile of caco, okay? So keep this in mind. Oh, would you look at that, fellas? You would not believe. You would not believe our team actually managed to win this. Absolutely amazing. Looking into all of this, 1,700 damage, 2,200 assisting damage, second class. That's absolutely glorious considering how everything went. And, you know, considering that the tank is far away from being ideal. We are third by experience, we are sixth by the damage. It's completely fine. And 116,000 profits, although keep this in mind that 50,000 profits are coming from completing the mission. Nevertheless, everything is okay. Okay, Murovanka encounter battle, and this time we actually play against the tier 8s. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, I want to play a risky game. Either it is going to go very, very well, or either we are going to regret our life choices, but time will show it all. I am thinking there is two options how we can do the things. Option number one is to play over there. I do not want to do that instantly. And option number two is to play over there. Obviously, we could potentially go into the heavy line, maybe playing safely over there, but 230 alpha damage, that's straight up, bleh. You know? I do not really want to be sniping with this in this type of situation. It's just not what I am looking for. But we are going to be completely alright here. Beautiful. Okay, our board is making sure that the Hawk would regret his life choices. That is very, very, very good. And here I can even make a bit of pressure over there just to be spotting for our sniper schnitzels in the back. And pay attention how many sniper schnitzels do we have. We have Sue, we have T-44, we have Lorraine. We are actually pretty alright. So you know what? I'm not going to be playing safe as initially I thought I would. It's not the best idea. How about if we would just simply try to stay hold down in this area? I think this would work significantly better. At least that's what I want to believe. Meanwhile, there is definitely a sniper schnitzel sitting right there. I want to believe so. So what do we want to do? We want to go for some blind shots, right? And once again, the accuracy for this alpha damage is far away from being ideal, fellas. I can tell you that much. It is far away from being ideal, but we are okay. We got this. Okay, our guys are taking one for the team. T44 is regretting his life choices for sure, but we are fine. All Gucci. All we need to do, we need to stay here. Yeah, our team is relatively aggressive, that is for sure. Our guys are making quite a bit of pressure, but in the same time, I think we are sitting very, very, very comfortably over there. Obviously, I can definitely recognize that our team is losing. This is fair and this is understandable. We know that enemy Hawk is sitting somewhere around this area as well, because we saw how he penetrated Ergashem for obvious reasons, right? And overall, I would love to be sitting here, but in this situation that looks pretty awful, fellas. What's so awful about this? Well, the answer is very, very simple, fellas. The most awful situation of all of this is that our team is non-existent, right? There is no one, literally no one, and we know that the Hawk is sitting right there. Even though our team is making a hardcore pressure up front, it is relevant. This is game over. Yeah, this is a bad combination of the things. Whenever you have the situation when you have no team and whenever you are playing with a tank which is just simply a stinky pooper or yopter, right? You are in a bloody awful situation in this way, right? And this is definitely one of those. At least this is how I look into all of this. Bounce from this side, which is just simply sad. It's okay. Another shot here. Beautiful. If he doesn't have repairs, unfortunately he does. So we cannot do absolutely anything. Yeah, games like this will happen, fellas, and there is nothing what you can change about this, and there is nothing what you can do. Meanwhile, Hawk is smart mother trucker. That's okay. We are not thinking about too much. We are not thinking too much about this mother trucker sitting over there. I am just purely trying to get a decent enough angle to get some use. Meanwhile, Meal is flanking us. That is okay. Not much what I can change about that. We are getting ammo racked. That's fine. We are trying to track this mother trucker as well for obvious reasons, right? Can we track him once again? Yes, we can. We are aiming for those tracking shots, right? We are trying to shoot him once again, and I think he is going to fully clip us out. No, not really. I am okay. He is dead. Now the Hawk is coming. Not a big surprise. Everything is all right. We are eliminating the Hawk, and at this point we are just trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can in this type of situation, right? Definitely not ideal game, definitely not ideal team, and you know what, believe me or not, I am feeling pretty good with my performance in this type of situation, right? There is nothing what we can change about that. Although matchmaking has a lot of things to do with this, we had a two receiver platoon, so you know, the guys just simply cannot do too much. Plus on top of that, let's get real, I am playing with a Primo Victoria or a Starva 81, which is just simply a stinky pooper as a tank. But that's completely fine. That's what we have. 1,600 damage, 2 kills. We need to be... Oh my bananas. What an experience. Okay, we are first by experience. We are first by the damage with 1,600 damage. And we made 26,000 credits. And we need to be actually grateful for this. Madness. And last but not least, we are playing in Abbey standard battle against the tier 9s. Definitely not ideal, but that's what we have. And once again, I really want to highlight that this tank isn't the tank that I would recommend for anyone to buy. If you want to have something similar like this, but even better, take a look into Centurion Tier 8 Tech 3 tank, right? You are going to get significantly more use, and it's going to be cheaper as well, fellas. I can tell you that much. Okay, so... what is the plan and how we could make it work? This is the question. Meanwhile, Mr. Lorraine is trying to make pressure over there. That's okay. I would love to slap this gentleman. Good. 200 in the face is definitely better than 0. I think many folks would agree with me that nowadays, speaking about the alpha damage, right, it just simply feels kind of sad to have alpha in 200s. I mean, sure, you can have some trading opportunities in a way, right? If let's say we are talking about the tank like, well, let's say Veron. You have DPM, right? It's completely fine, one of the better tanks out there just because of the DPM usage and whatnot. On the other hand, there is a tanks like Primo Victoria, which doesn't really have too much of the things to offer, right? And I truly think that Primo Victoria is very much outdated, right? Looking into the tank, what it is capable of doing. Meanwhile, we have the 53 TP who is making a hardcore pressure here. We are feeling very, very good. All we need to do, we need to make sure that he is going to regret his life choices. And definitely he did. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We are sitting on 600 damage and I'm not feeling bad about my performance. Can you imagine that? 600 damage and I do not feel bad about it by any shape or any form. Absolutely nuts. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Now we want to get a bit involved into all of this. We want to retake the middle, okay? I think middle is the proper play in this type of situation, and we will try to get some decent angles against the VK. Against VK, we are going to load the gold ammunition without even considering too much, right? And we will try to slap him in the face. 250 is better than 0, fellas. We are feeling very, very, very good with all of this. And look at this guy playing the angles. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I am proud of this gentleman. This is very, very, very nice. Although we are playing better and we punished him twice already. Can we hit him once again? Oh, yo, papa, we cannot hit him. I mean, that was close, but no banana in this type of situation, right? It's very, very, very hard to penetrate super heavy with this tank. It's irrelevant. Do I spam gold? I don't spam gold. Do I imagine having wings or I do have wings? Doesn't really change absolutely anything. This is one of those situations whenever it is super hard to deal with a situation like this, but we are okay. Now, what I am trying to do in this way, I would love, I repeat, I would love to get a different angle on this gentleman sitting here, but I do not really think I could do that. So that being said, we can clearly see that our team is winning the game without bigger problems whatsoever. So what we want to do, we want to get involved here. We want to make quite a bit of pressure, fellas. That's what we want to do. Hopefully, we are going to get a bit of the assisting damage in this type of situation, right? This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. We know that Mr. VK is going back for a base defense. We know that Charfutur is sniping from somewhere over there. We know that Kapazander should be sitting somewhere hold down in this area as well. So it is not that simple. It is not that easy, but nevertheless we want to get some use, right? Unfortunate, but that's okay. Very, very good. Is VK sitting here already? He should. Okay, Kapazai is definitely sitting somewhere around this area. We can clearly see that. How about VK? VK isn't going back. Well, that sounds like his problem, to be fair with you. Good, 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 good. And now we are just making pressure. I hope, fellas, I can show that this tank is a stinker, okay? Because believe me or not, I am not feeling that bad about this performance. Even though this performance is absolute pile of caco in the tier 8 standards, okay? This performance is truly pile of caco, and yet still I do not feel bad. I don't feel like this is the worst performance in a decade or something, right? I definitely do not feel this way. Absolutely madness and absolutely crazy. Truly. Now, what we would love to do, we would love to slap this Waffle or Ergashem. I am instantly going like this because I want to believe I will have a good enough angle to say hello for him. and now we are going to abuse this mother trucker if we physically have a chance to do so, right? 2.3 thousand damage, and I'm feeling proud of myself. That's absolutely nuts, considering what kind of tier we are playing, fellas. If I would be playing something like, I don't even know, it doesn't matter, Skoda T56, Borat, Progetto, whatever else is a meta tank, I would say, yeah, fellas, I made a mistake, I messed up. With this type of tank, I am feeling that 2.3 thousand is actually decent. And you know what is the funny thing, fellas? If you want to mark this tank, my friends, all you need to do 2.3 thousand, right? And this is with a bit of the space. If you are playing consistently for 2.3 thousand, you are getting the third mark on this tank. Madness. Anyways, 2.3 thousand damage, a bit of assisting damage as well. We are third by experience, we are fourth by the damage. We have made 36,000 credits, and all our performance with this tank was 1.9 thousand damage and 700 assisting damage. And I think this is what this tank is worth, to be completely honest with you. It's absolutely amazing. Let's see how people are playing on average with this vehicle, right? Can we access this type of data? The best player, fellas. No, let's see how the best player. By the way, without even looking, I can tell you that no one will play for 3,000 damage with this. Okay, this is my prediction. This is my prediction. Without even looking. Yeah, this is nuts, fellas. Okay, how about December? How about December? I am just curious to show and to see how people do perform with this vehicle, you know? Yeah, not even 2,000. Not even 2,000, fellas. So I hope that I was able to save you some money for not getting this vehicle, and keep this in mind. You can always check out YouTube videos, you can always check out index page, how do people perform. The best player played for 48% win ratio. Yeah, that's nuts. Anyways, fellas, that's what I have for you today. Primo Victoria, avoid, do not get this tank. It is just not a great vehicle, okay? Save your money, go for the ice cream, grab yourself a pack of popcorn or something. Just please don't buy this tank. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.